Angie, so great to see you.
Nice to see
well
you.
done in the dubs. You got a win, didn't you?
Yes.
You're still winning. Coming to
yes.
Australia
Come
and you're still
on.
winning. That's
Team
good.
world.
Absolutely. It is the social, viral, meme, whatever you want to say at the moment, 2016. Let's
Yes.
go back 10 years. Take us back. How does it feel to come back to Australia, having won here in 2016?
No, I mean, it's amazing to being back here 10 years later, winning 2016 the trophy. I think everything changed since then. You know, I was match point down in the first round, and 2 weeks later, and 2 weeks later, I hold the trophy. It's just crazy. And beating Serena in the final, played my best tennis, and you know, the time is flying so fast. Now we are 10 years later, 2026 now, and I'm still here.
And you still look the same like 2016. No, you do.
Yes.
But take us back to that final. You said you played your best tennis,
Yes.
and it was one of the best matches I watched in general. I didn't think Serena played badly at all. She was playing really well. When you woke up that morning, what were your thoughts in that moment? Were you nervous? Were you excited? What was going through your head?
You know, actually, I knew that I have to play my best tennis,
Yeah.
of course. I was the underdog. Serena was the favorite. Everyone was talking about Serena, and I knew that I doesn't want to play just a good match, you know, playing a good match and, you know, having fun out there, of course. But I was really ready to go out there and to win the match, because you don't know how many finals you will play in your career, and this was my first one. And I wanted to take my chance and to win it. And that was actually my mind. When I woke up, I knew, okay, I go for it. Doesn't matter what's happened. And I mean, I love the crowd here in Australia. And they get through the 2 weeks with me, like beginning from the first round. Then I won against Azarenka in the quarters, which I never beat before, and I won against her here.
That was your best. I mean, the Serena match was amazing,
Yes.
but just from first point to last, the Azarenka match was
and
the best tennis.
and I remember the crowd. You know, they really pushed me to win the match, and also in the final, I really hear the crowd, and they pushed me through it. So it was just a perfect night for me.
Take me back to the final set against Serena. You had a couple of massive kind of games in there. There was one 19-shot rally that I went back and looked at today. Hit a couple of big drop shots. You were up twice. You served for the match.
Yes.
What did you think after you had served for the match and you hadn't got it done?
You know, I was so nervous. You cannot imagine when I was serving. And I mean, everyone knows my serve was not the best, you know. So I was actually really happy when it was 5-4 in the third set and she was serving. Can you imagine? Serena was serving and I was happy because I know, okay, I have to get the return back and just fighting for every point. And yeah, when she missed the volley, I was just, I don't know, everything came in my mind. Yeah. You know, winning your first Grand Slam, especially here in Australia, which I love to be. I spent my birthdays here 20 times in a row, I feel. And yeah, it was always a place where I feel home.
When did you really, truly believe? I know I've known you since we were 12 years old. I know that you always believe
That's
you can win
unfortunate for you, Angie.
Yeah, sorry.
I think but Petko believes sometimes more than me that I can play better, you know.
Because I always felt it in practice. I knew how good she was, and I was in the top 10 before you, and I played all the best ones in the world already. Yeah. So I knew that you were better than them, and I just couldn't believe that you didn't see it. But I will say, I know that you always wanted to win a slam, and you deep down believe that you can. But I wondered in this 2 weeks, when was the moment where you truly believed, oh, I can win this one? Not I can win one day, but I can win this one.
I think after the Azarenka match. I think after the quarterfinals when I reached the semis, and then the semis was, I really played well as well. I won against Konta in two sets, and then I reached the final. And yeah, starting after the Azarenka match, I knew, okay, this is my time.
Nice.
Yeah.
Wimbledon 2018, you beat Serena again. Pliskova, obviously same year.
Yes. Ostapenko, don't forget Ostapenko.
Yes.
You became world number one. How did that feel? I mean, obviously, there must be different to winning a major, suddenly becoming world number one. How did that feel? Best player on the planet.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And then ending the year as the number one player, that was actually even more special for me because I came the number one player after winning US Open. And I was so stressed during my US Open, you cannot imagine, because like after every single match, the press are asking me, okay, one more match and then you get the number one spot. And I was so stressed. But, you know, I did both in one time. I won my second Grand Slam at the US Open and reached the number one spot. And that feels so good because I won the Grand Slam and I get the #1 spot. Sometimes you just play good, but the other players are losing the points, and then you get the #1 spot. So it's a little bit different feeling. And
you really took it.
I took it by myself, and I was really proud, and I had so much confidence that year, 2016, that it's just crazy. And I won the silver medal as well that year. So and I reached the final at the Wimbledon as well, which never one is talking about
because you play.
But I played it, so unbelievable. Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about that season 2016? What do you think clicked for you? Off court, but also on court, because your tennis was a little bit different in that season. And I felt every match that you played after that, when you played your best, you were channeling Angie 2016. When did you feel it clicking for you, and what do you think was it?
It clicks in the preseason 2015
really
for me.
Interesting.
Because 2015 I lost all my finals. I reached like 4 or 5 finals and I lost it, and I was the pressure was really tough for me to deal with the pressure, and then in the preseason I really something makes click, because I told my team and me, when I go to Australia I really just want to enjoy it, and we put so much work in the preseason that I knew I'm fit, I can beat every player.
Nice.
And I reached Brisbane the week before Australian Open, the final. We played the doubles. You can imagine. Yeah, we played the doubles.
Did you carry Andrea as well?
We played.
You must have been so tired by the time. That isn't part. That should be an asterisk.
But we played finals. That was we
but
played the final.
Angie always had lower back issues, and it still stems back to 2016 carrying me through the doubles.
That's true, and and this somehow sometimes makes click. And then I came here to Australia with a lot of confidence already. I was fit. I knew that I can do it, and in 2 weeks everything has to come together. There are matches where you're not feeling well, but you have to win the matches, and then when you have to play your best tennis, you have to do it. So it is so many things what happened in 2 weeks. So everything came together.
But it's amazing that mindset shift, right? Of you in the off season saying like, I was already playing great tennis. I made so many finals, but this pressure thing is not working for me. I'm going to change it. And that's to have the self-awareness, right? To recognize that. That's another thing.
Why are you looking at me? I definitely didn't have that that way. You've still got some recency head-to-heads with some of the players that are currently playing. You were 9-2 against Maddie Keys. I think if we look at all the players that you've played at that are currently in the top 10, I think there's 2 you haven't played. You're like 13 wins, 14 losses. You played Sabalenka in Indian Wells 2019, got the win. Did you think then she was going to be as good as she is now?
Yes, I think she already played really hard tennis, and she was always hitting the ball so strong. The serve, she really improved her serve, which is unbelievable. And now she's really consistently, and I think that makes her change. I mean, she's going out there. She has the biggest confidence I know right now from a player. She knows she's going there to win the match, and she's doing it. So it's just amazing how she's doing it in every single tournament. I think she will be for sure in the next few years on the top, and let's see how many more Grand Slams she will win.
And how would you assess the tennis right now, the modern tennis? Like, what has changed? Maybe what has remained the same? Who are players that you really like right now in the top?
I like Jessica Pegula, how she is playing. I think she's also improving her tennis and trying to improving also her mentality, how she gets through the wins. Also Sabalenka, of course. I mean, how she gets there, and the mentality, how she improves to be calm on court as well. What like a few years ago was a little bit different. Iga, I think the mentality thing is really important right now in the tennis, but also like the power. The power is really, really huge.
Would you say it has increased?
I think this increased, yeah. Of course, the facility, like the fitness has to be as well, like really high, and you have to be fit, but the power is there. I think the power is more than a few years ago.
Okay, interesting.
Yeah.
Let's jump away from that for a moment. Domestic life, obviously, congratulations. Your son was born last year, middle of last year. Your second child, you got your daughter, Liana. Is it tougher to be a mum than win Grand Slams?
That's a good question, but you have to get used to be a mom. That's for sure. You have to be flexible. You have to be spontaneous. So it's completely
like you as a tennis player.
Like I'm a tennis player, yes. But you cannot really compare it. I love to be a mom as well. But now I also enjoy my tennis still. I'm here alone, so it's the first week I'm without my kids, which feels a little bit weird, but
But also good, but don't tell anyone. Don't tell the word that it isn't great.
Well, and Mark, Angie, only 3.5 months after she gave birth to Ben, came to Luxembourg, which is an EXO tournament, but singles, not doubles. You got the win today over Delacroix and Stosa, but this is singles. Yes. And Angie in the final beat Alizé Cornet, who had retired, not given birth, retired a month prior, and Angie won in 3 sets.
Oh, it's
and
amazing.
Angie, you know how much I always believed in you and how much I loved your career. I still think this is your biggest triumph.
Can you imagine?
It was incredible.
It was incredible.
She
was
couldn't
impossible.
move after the semi-final. I saw her in the hotel, and she was not moving, and then she still won. And this is just such an Angie mindset kind of thing. You hated losing, and you were always competing no matter what.
Yeah, this is true. It's actually impossible. It was impossible when I came to Luxembourg, and I was feeling okay. I just hit a few times, and playing the final, which was already impossible, but this was always in my mind. When I told myself I get it and I put everything in, I put everything in. Doesn't matter if I can move and walk after that, which I couldn't. But it was crazy.
Hated to win, or rather hated to lose, sorry, or rather love to win? Which would it be?
I hated to lose.
Hated to lose.
I hated to lose.
Yeah.
And I will tell you one really other funny story. When the pandemic hit, I wonder if it's changed though. When the pandemic hit after 3 months, Angie called me and was like, "Hey, how is your body doing?" I was like, "It's fine. Why do you ask me?" And she's like, "I'm falling apart." And I'm like, "Angie, are you not working out?" She's like, "No, why would I? There is no tournaments." And then when there was a tournament, Angie was the hardest freaking worker I had ever seen, but you always needed a goal.
Yes, always.
To work for it. You can't just go to the gym and do something. You will be like, "What am I doing here?"
Yes.
Has that changed?
No,
or is that
it's still the same. It's still the same. I go to the gym and I need the plan. If I don't have a plan, I go back.
I find that so funny, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
I don't have any goals. I'm just winging it with you somehow.
Come on, Mark.
We're gonna have a bit of.
Me hanging.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you say that. You don't often give me a high five. We're gonna move on a little bit, something a bit more fun. Oh well, fun and kind of semi-serious actually. As we go through, we're gonna go on a good onya, which is the thumbs up.
Okay.
All right, or a dodgy, which is thumbs down.
Okay.
Okay. I guess, because we need to keep this kind of like, got to give you a third option here. If you're unsure about which way, we're going to have to go for the middle here.
Okay.
Walking on as a fashion show, e.g. Naomi's walkout. Thumbs up, thumbs down.
For me, thumbs up.
For
thumbs
me too.
up. Yeah. I agree. I thought it was great. It was completely different, and tennis needs that.
And no one was expecting that. And I think that was the most important thing. Everyone was looking like this, and no one was like shocked actually.
Yeah, and I'm always for tennis trying to cross over into pop culture. Like, it's so I don't know if stupid is the right word, but it's so stupid how much I care about Yannick Sinner being the brand ambassador for Gucci, Sabalenka now being with Gucci, Alcaraz being with Louis Vuitton. It's not about them having a Louis Vuitton bag or Lorenzo Musetti having a Bottega Veneta coat. It's not about that. It's about these brands, these luxury premium brands, choosing tennis. That's the thing for me. And I do think that if pop culture can be interested in our sport, that is the best sport in the world, I think tennis gains and tennis grows from it. And that's why it makes me so excited. And that's why she gets a big thumbs up.
Good on you, Naomi. Good on you. There's always going to be a subculture that wants to complain, because that's the world that we live in.
Always.
Melting in Melbourne. Does the heat rule work for you, Angie? Do you like the heat rule? Do you like the fact that
I love it. I love the heat.
No, Angie likes the heat.
Yeah, you love the heat, so you don't like the rule where the players...
No, I think it's good. I think
you do think that's good?
I think it's for the players, it's good. I think because like on one point it's getting hot. I mean, I love it and I love to play in the heat, but I think for the players it's good to have the heat rule.
Yeah, heat rule, yes. I know you are against it.
Yeah.
The one
But why?
red-haired
Why?
man, because he thinks we are all soft and we need to fight through it.
Yeah,
We
no,
need
I
to
don't
fight
think you're
through it.
soft, by the way. I think she's soft. I don't think you're soft. But I do think that, the tennis players that are pushing through, that have done the extra work, that have maybe gone from, a cold environment to a hot environment, to go and work, to go and push themselves for the conditions that we kind of get, that I do think, not that we shouldn't have a heat rule. I think it's always easy. It gets binary. It's like you either like it or you don't know. I do think we need a heat rule. And I know it was scientifically introduced, but I think it's just a little low. I think that humidity, when it sits around 20, just doesn't sap you in the same way as just dry heat does. And I would just like somebody to relook at the science behind it, because I think for some of it, and you're in a classic case, Angie, you're down the stretch in 3-all in the third and you've been busting it and you've had a goal because I want to go and claim that trophy. I want you to have that benefit because you've gone the extra mile. This is the survival of the fittest.
I will give you this. I do think it's a little bit unfair. Now I haven't thought about this properly, but now I'm thinking about it, because if you take somebody
This is only
like
a 2-hour show.
I know, but if you take somebody like Jack Draper and Yannick Sinner, nobody in the world would say that they are not the best athletes, some of the best athletes in the world. But Jack Draper is just prone to cramping, and Yannick Sinner is
this
just
is what I
very,
mean.
very pale, grew up on a mountain. So, he can be...
Andy Murray was from Scotland and moved to Miami. Why?
Because of the heat, you think?
To get
Or
used to
because
it.
Scotland is really shite.
You're done. Just close your DM, close every single social
I love
media app
Scotland.
you have, because you're just about to get trolled out of sight.
I love Scotland, so I've been there many times. I have no fear.
It is great. All right, so we're going to go yes on the heat rule, but maybe we need to look into the science behind it. Last one. This is a massive no for me. Politics in presses. Asking about politics to the tennis players.
No, that's true.
So bad. And you know what it makes me so angry about it is these players, all they do is train, eat, sleep, and play video games. Why are you asking them to solve problems that educated people who are expert at this cannot solve either? Why? What is this basketballer going to change when
Andrea's getting loud? Everyone hears her now.
This drives me freaking insane. Like, what do you expect these players to say and solve when all they do is play video games? Grow up.
Keep rolling. I love it.
Grow up.
Keep rolling.
Grow up.
Yeah, that's a big no for all of us in here. There's a big separation. You can't ask these players to solve the world problems. Angie, I got a quick question for a bit of trivia. You were match point down against Misaki Doi in the opening round. Do you remember how you saved it?
I remember. Do you?
Yeah, I think I did the serve wide.
Correct. And she framed her forehand.
And she makes a mistake. I remember that because I was so shaking. I knew I have just to put the ball, and then she made the mistake. I remember that.
And my last question to you is, when you picked up a tennis racket for the first time, it went into your left hand, rather than the fact that, of course, you're a right-hander. Did you at that stage, A, know kind of what that was going to do for your career, and B, when you look back 10 years after your Aussie Open triumph here, did you ever seriously dream that you were going to achieve all the amazing things that you did?
So first of all, I just took the racket in my left hand without thinking ahead what's happened, but it was a good choice, I guess.
Definitely.
And, when I'm looking back, it was always my dream. When I was a kid, I was always dreaming to winning Grand Slams, to reaching the trophies up there. But, you believe, but if you believe, you have to get through. You need your motivation, your goals. And I always believed it. I didn't know how many Grand Slam I will win one day, but I always believed that I can do it. And at the end, there are 3, a silver medal and the #1 trophy, which has a good spot at home.
Nice. And Angie, one thing that, you had so many good things in your game. You had the angles, you had the feel, you had so many good things. But my thing with you was always you were the best competitor I had ever seen. No matter how bad you were feeling, you always fought. No matter how much you were down. I remember against Sloane Stephens, what was it, 5-1?
Yeah.
Set in 5-1, and you turned it around. Was that something that you always had, even as a child, that you were very competitive, or was that something that you learned through playing on tour for so long?
You know, it was always, that
Always
was
there.
me. It's like my character. Even if we played cards when I was a kid, I hated to lose, and I was always trying to do something to win, doesn't matter what. And yeah, I remember also at school when I came back and I had a good thing, I was always trying to doing it better and better. So it's a part of me, and
That's
it's still
nature.
there. It's still there. I don't know if it's good for my kids, but it's still there.
We're about to find. We'll get you back on the big tee and see how that goes. Angie, it's so awesome to see you. In fact, I think the last time I saw you was 2019 at Hopman Cup on the dance floor on New Year's.
Yes.
Yeah, you can probably remember some of my dad moves. It's been awesome to see you. Good luck with everything.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for coming, Angie. This was really amazing.